It's time for the Mohney Show. High atop the third story of the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful downtown Centralia. The star of the show, Steve Mohney.
Yes. And welcome to the St. Patrick's Day version of the Mohney Show. I'm Steve Mohney. Paul Walker's with me right now with his
tip of the cap of the old Irish cap.
99-cent hat. It was $1.25 though.
Well, yeah.
How do you like our hats right here?
I like that. I like this.
Big action-packed show. It's midweek right now. And coming up on Sunday, of course, that's St. Patrick's Day. Lots of stuff going on around the area. But we had a chance to tour downstairs O'Blarney's.
Yes.
And we chomped on some delicious, super good food. So what's your favorite Irish food? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Okay, I've got a list. Yeah. How about green beer?
Well, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't need the green.
Okay.
But
so
the beer is good.
How about potato rolls? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to read you a couple of these things that just sound pretty good. How about Irish pasties? well, these are handheld pies, and they're in most of the pubs in Northern Ireland. They're filled with either ground pork or beef and potatoes. So you can dip them in gravy, serve them with fries for a typical pasty supper. You know, when I hear about a pasty supper, I don't really think of yeah, go ahead, Paul.
So it's a pie with crust, with potatoes in it, and ground beef or pork.
Yeah.
With fries.
I know.
Can I get a baked potato with it as well?
Way to watch your weight on that one. Bangers and mash.
No.
No?
No.
Well, come on, man.
No.
Okay, that's sausage, mashed potatoes, onion gravy. That sounds pretty good.
Onion.
No, Paul's not having that one right there. Yeah. How about, brown bread? That's like an Irish, not to be confused with Irish soda bread. Brown bread is made with stone ground flour, which gives it a kind of a nutty taste, a unique texture. It has a really thick, dense crust. And it tastes really good with butter or stew. You know,
so it's a nutty flavor. Yeah, that means dirt, folks.
No,
they're grinding it with dirty rocks. It's dirt bread.
All right.
And I've come up with my favorite Irish.
Okay,
food.
What is it?
Pretty clear. Lucky Charms.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, how about that?
How can I have been so stupid?
Exactly.
That's as simple as it gets right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think, my mom would just give it to us. She'd always go, okay, we're having corned beef and cabbage. I got to tell you, man, I don't mind cabbage in its like raw form.
If it's mixed in with a salad,
something
and I
like
don't
that.
know that it's there, but
That's
I'm not
fine.
eating that. I'm not eating
No,
that.
it gets too slimy and too. Yeah.
But
so
hey, a lot of people love it.
Corned beef and cabbage. I love that.
A lot of people
anyway,
love it.
So corned beef and cabbage, they're serving that downstairs at O'Blarney's.
By the way, and I like what Jeff says about Jeff, who, runs the place down there.
Right.
He's the big wig at O'Blarney's, I guess.
All right.
But I know he's going to be watching this, so I had to give it to him a little bit.
When I came in today, you know what he was doing?
What's that?
He was sprucing up the building with his leaf blower.
Oh, well, of course
I said,
he
you're
was.
the boss. He goes, well, I got to get this cleaned up here.
Something has to do. But he says, if you want really good corned beef and cabbage, you can go to a place that does it once a year.
Yeah.
Or come to a place that does it 365 days a year. They might know what they're doing with it.
And we will talk to Jeff in just a couple of moments.
Yeah, exactly.
So we had a chance to tour the kitchen, and they made up Jamie down there, the head chef, the executive chef down in the kitchen at O'Blarney's. She was whipping up food down there. At one point, they pulled out like an 18-pound corned beef.
Okay. Yeah.
And there was a very specific way that you have to cut this. So you cut across the grain, but with that particular cut of meat, I mean, it's Maggie May, our producer. What cut of meat is that again? I mean, what?
She said it was a brisket.
It's a brisket. So it's a brisket that's marinated and turns into corned beef, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you got to cut across the grain, but the grain changes in this. So it's not just like a regular steak where the grain's the same.
Gotcha.
It changes. So she cut a little piece off, and I tried it, and you'll see this. And I'm like, well, this is really good. She goes, well, how tender is it? I said, oh, it's fine. And then they cut off a piece, completely against the grain, and it was worlds different.
It's weird,
really, really tender.
It's really strange, just by how you cut it.
Yes. Yeah. So you got to cut it. So the next time you're eating a steak, cut across the grain. Okay, so we're gonna head downstairs.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
We've got other stuff planned.
I know. Hey, I got a little walking in history today.
Yeah.
It's on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, good. So. Okay, so we're going to take a break. We're heading downstairs to a Blarney's right here in downtown Centralia. Back in the kitchen. Actually, we start things out in front of the building. So that's next.
Steve Fieri will be back with his visit to the kitchen.
All right.
Fieri, is that?
Yeah. And you know what? At one point, I go, what did I say? Oh, I go, man, Jamie, this is off the hook.
Oh, no. You stole his line.
Was it thebomb.com too?
I think it was. Yeah. Maggie May, our producer today. Anyway, back right after this on the Mohney Show.
Tires got you stressed? Before hitting the road, be sure your tires are up for the ride. Visit Point S Tire and Auto now and save up to $200 on a set of tires during our Spring for All tire sale. Spring for All means you can save up to $200 on all our top brands, like Falcon, Hankook, Nokian, and Nexen, now through April 6th. Ready to stress less about tires? Shop the sale today at pointstire.com.
No stress with Point S.
The spring sale is on right now at Centralia OK Tire Point S, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia.
And it's time for the St. Patrick's Day edition of the Mohney Show. And what better place to have the St. Patrick's Day of the Mohney Show than at Blarney's here in downtown Centralia. And I love this place. We're going to go in and we're going to check out the bar. We're going to check out the restaurant. And then we're going to go into the kitchen. Jamie's in there. She's a chef, and she's going to show us what they prepare, in honor of St. Patty's Day. So, producer lady, come on in with me. There we go. I'm going to let you go in first. There we go. Oh, they're decorating for St. Patrick's Day. Coors Light, one of my favorite beverages, and, obviously just lucky to the Irish for St. Patrick's Day. So let's go ahead and walk through. Oh, hold on a second here. That's what's going on today at Blarney's. They're open right now, so come on in, enjoy yourself. But let's head back and kind of get an idea of what's going to happen for St. Patrick's Day. Obviously, they serve most of these things throughout the year because, they're an Irish pub. So stand by, we're heading into the kitchen. We're in the kitchen at Blarney's, and we're checking out Irish food, and with me right now is Jamie. Hi. Jamie's our. Now, what's your official title here at Blarney's?
Chef manager.
Chef manager.
Mm-hmm.
So you're it, man. You're the one that makes the calls back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are we cooking right now?
So we're gonna do a banger entree. So we have garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh, yum yum.
Yeah, and then these are grilled. First, they're cooked in Guinness for a long time, Guinness beer. And grilled. And we have our little carrot
One of my
guys.
favorites, the carrots.
And then we have over here grilled onions. Go on there. This is a good dish. The bangers are really good. Homemade whiskey gravy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then that's that.
Yum yum.
Yes, it's very good.
And that's the bangers and mash right
Bangers
there.
and mash.
So this is something you serve all year long, and other places that that are celebrating St. Patrick's Day, they do it once a year, right?
Correct.
So you
Unless
guys,
you're an Irish pub, yes.
Yeah. So you guys, you have a lot of practice doing this all year long.
Yes.
So everything that's Irish is pretty much on the menu
all year long,
all the time here.
Yes.
What's your favorite Irish meal?
The bangers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage is really good. I eat it once a year only because it's
I know.
St. Patty's Day, but ours is slow cooked in Guinness for Well, if it's deli, it's cooked 5 hours. If it's dinner, it's cooked 6 to 7 hours.
Wow.
Still cooked all day long.
Oh,
yeah,
it's super sounds good. Really good. So
is.
now I'm kind of, I mean, I'm not well versed in all the menu items. So how many menu items as far as St. Patrick's Day are you guys going to be? I mean, are there special things coming up on Saturday and Sunday?
So literally, we'll have a regular menu that we're going to do that we do yearly. For Irish food, it'll be our bangers, our, of course, corned beef and cabbage, our beer cheese mac is kind of like that.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot. Reuben rolls. Trying to think what else on there for Irish.
You guys do Irish soda bread?
Yes, we do. It's not that you just got it up.
Just okay. Do you bake that here?
It goes with this, actually.
Okay. On to one of my favorite sandwiches of all time. We're cooking a Reuben here. So Jamie's going to take us through the whole process.
Okay. Oil down.
So oil on the grill, right?
Yes, sir. Butter.
So, okay, butter. So butter on the grill, not on the sandwich. Just put it on the grill.
Yeah.
And then take it away. We're going to watch you do this.
Okay, sauerkraut. 2 little cheese guys. One there. One there. And mix all that up, make it lovely when it cooks. I'm going to go over here and grab Reuben sauce, which is right here.
Is it just me, or is that a hefty looking sandwich?
It's going to be hefty.
Yeah, it's hefty.
Yep, it is. It's very good. Our Reuben sauce is kind of spicy.
Yeah.
So it's different than most Reuben sauces that you run across for an actual Reuben.
Now, do Reubens? I mean, some you dip in like that Thousand Island sauce, but yours is yours.
So that's the Reuben sauce.
Okay, that's Reuben sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's this right here.
Okay, so that goes on.
That goes on.
There we go. Oh man, yum yum.
Yes.
And that's got a little bit of a twang to it, right?
It does. Has a little bit of zest. Got some horseradish in it.
Aha. And by the way, folks, just to let you know, we all know this from the radio days with Mohney, but I'm mostly deaf. So if she says something and I don't respond, that's the deal.
Yeah, I can't hear either.
Yeah.
Events.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think over the years, you know, exhaust fans and loud music from Jagger and the Stones. By the way, oh, never mind. I was going to say something. Man, that looks really good right now, and it smells even better.
Hold on. Okay, so are we cutting? Can we cut?
Yeah.
Do you want to go over here to the Reuben rolls? So pulls them out?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so we have Reuben rolls cooking. They're made homemade. Not to order, but homemade for sure. They're done. They're nice. They're golden brown. We're going to let them drip for a few minutes here to get that excess off there. Then we're going to cut them, and we'll put them on plate.
So that really, I mean, it doesn't really take that long to cook it, does it?
No, not at all. It doesn't.
Oh, holy moly.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a pretty nice sandwich.
There you go right there. That's St. Patty's Day. Yum, yum.
For dipping. Yeah, would you like to try it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, Mohney's going in right now.
Go ahead, yeah.
No,
I want you to go ahead and enjoy.
Okay. I'm not dipping yet.
Okay. Now dip. Yeah, it's pretty good. See if you can be better now.
Perfect on the soft.
Yeah. So that goes on our Reuben sandwich as well. This sauce there.
It's a little bit tangy, but it's not too overpowering. I feel like Guy right now, but man, this is super good, right? It's so good. Take one bite. I don't want to hand it to you, but yeah, go in there, zoom in, take a bite. Because I know her, she loves this type of stuff. Careful. Oh, he's not good. Again, this is stuff that you can get at O'Barney's all year long. The big festivities coming up on Saturday. They're celebrating for 3 days in a row. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Sunday all day long. That's St. Patrick's Day. But man, big doings on Saturday as well. Now, this is a really big cut of corned beef, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
How many pounds do you think?
17 to 19.
Yeah.
Didn't actually weigh it. Yeah.
And is that marinade that it's soaking in right now?
It's in Guinness beer and pickling spice.
Then you put all the savory stuff on the top there. How long you get this already like this? Now, do you marinate this overnight in the
No.
No. Okay, so
Because
it's
it cooks
prepared.
for so long.
Okay, and then you put it in the oven and let it go. How long?
Well, it depends on what we're cooking it for. If it's deli, 5 hours.
Yeah.
If it's our dinner corned beef, it can go up to 7. Depends on how big the piece of meat is.
Just savory and tender and juicy and yum. Okay, so we put that in the oven, we get it out, and then it looks magically it looks like that right there.
It'll look like this when it comes out to a plate.
And that's your corned beef and cabbage, right?
Yes, sir.
And again, served all year long.
All year long.
But extra tasty on St. Patrick's Day, and St. Patrick's Day is on Sunday this year. So Saturday, a lot of stuff going on, you know.
Yeah, we're doing a 3-day celebration. Only our menu would be sold on Sunday.
Okay.
For our special menu, so we're not having to do all weekend. It'd be a lot if we had to.
So your soda bread there, is that
homemade?
Is that homemade or?
Yes.
Oh man, do you make that?
No, my prep cook does.
It's tough. I mean, it's really mouth-watering
when
it gets in here.
It's very good.
So I know what this is.
Shepherd pie.
Shepherd pie, and again, I got to give a shout out to Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones because that is Keith's absolute favorite dish, and he gets, you know, some comes in the mail. I think he tried some. I mean, nobody would poison Keith Richards. So, but anyway, Keith Richards loves shepherd's pie. And what's your take on it? Is it one of your faves?
I think it's good. You know, it's shepherd pie. It's
good. It's good.
I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It's got garlic mashed potatoes on it. You know,
oh man! Yeah. And then back over to your bangers and mash. What kind of gravy?
It's whiskey gravy.
Man, I mean the smell. I wish you guys could smell what's going on in here. My producer gal's behind the camera there. She's shaking her head. Yes, yeah. A lot of smell, a lot going on in here. Man, this has been like really fun and really tasty. Again, we're here at O'Larney's in downtown Centralia, and I would highly encourage you to get all your friends together, get the family together, bring the kids in here, and enjoy just some fine cuisine for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so this particular cut went in the oven, you know, about 5 hours ago, right? About 4 hours ago. So it's ready to be dealt with, and we're going to watch because it smells super good. Now, this is for the deli, so this is a little bit firmer than you would get for, like, you know, dinner with corned beef and cabbage. Here we go.
Can you see him?
Yum, yum.
So he's separating the two pieces.
Right. Okay. So.
And then he'll trim the layer of the fat off as well. Okay. Because you don't want a whole bunch on there for us for a restaurant.
So that's
2 pieces. It comes like that. That's how it's supposed to be cut.
Yeah, skim a little bit of this fat there off.
So take a little bit of the fat off the top there.
Yeah.
And then and that's the way you cut it. Okay.
Yeah. He might be able to cut you a fresh piece off there, and so you can try it.
Don't call me chicken, that's for sure.
You want to give him a little piece cut off there?
Yeah.
So trim it up a little bit, and then.
He's got to see which way the grain's going. You just cut with the grain. You just cut with the grain. You need to go across the yard.
Grain's going this
way.
way.
You cut this way.
Because the grain's going this way.
But you need to cut across it, remember? Across, not with.
So you're cutting against.
You want to cut across the grain.
Across the grain, okay.
Like you would a steak.
Yeah.
So if you cut a steak with the grain, it's going to be super chewy and tough. If you cut it against it, then it's going to be tender.
Nice and tender. And,
yes.
And
so see how this is running this way?
Uh-huh.
He wants to go this way.
Okay. So it's going that way, and he's going to cut that way.
He's going to go. Yep. He's going to go across the grain.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't ever want to
and I'm remembering that for
Okay.
when I do this at home. Oh man, this is really hot.
Go this way. No, I want you to go this way. I want to try it. No, I want you to go like this.
As you're going to see, they're doing this
Just
right in the kitchen.
Off.
You know, it's not a get it in a bag and heat it up in the microwave and then serve it to you. This is real deal. I mean, look at this. This is just so good.
I bet you this is more tender than the other way.
And one of the harder stories we've done.
Tender.
Because I tried stuff and then, you can't talk. So, okay,
so
now we're going back
down,
in here. So,
hang on a second. So, this is how I wanted him to cut it originally, was straight down.
Okay.
So I want you to taste that compared to how the other one was.
Yep, you're right.
See? A lot more tender, right?
Way more tender.
Yeah.
It's almost like you are you're the boss of the kitchen.
I know. Some would think that, others wouldn't.
We do.
I like working there. I've been here almost 2 years now. Pretty fun place to work.
You're just really a tiny bit of fat, right?
Yeah, we leave a tiny bit on. Because you always want just a little bit left on there to
give it flavor, right?
Yeah.
So
he's my corned beef master.
Yeah, I was going to say he looks like it.
He is.
So all the fat that you're taking off there, what do you do with that? I mean, you do
those 2 black cans right there.
Okay. And then back in.
Okay. And then we let it cool, and then cut it down.
And then that's what everything else cooks in, right?
Yeah, it has to be totally cold before we cut it down.
You about ready to close this out?
Yeah.
He's getting lessons.
Well, it's really interesting because I've cut this stuff before, and it's like, well, I cut it wrong.
You cut it wrong.
So you find the grain, you cut it across.
Yep. See how it runs all different directions? This way, that way, that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you really need to look at the grain and which way it's going.
You don't just.
And you just really want to cut across it.
And and
that's with any meat. You want to cut across the grain.
It's really interesting the way that it changes grain.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Perfect. Thank you for your hospitality.
That's like your brisket too. You know that, right?
What's that?
Your brisket, beef brisket.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. Same cut of meat.
Okay.
You take that top part off, and then you.
Okay, so that's beef brisket just marinated,
that's
right?
That's a corned beef brisket.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different than beef brisket. It's corn, but it's the same style of meat.
Yes. What I'm going to do when I'm ready to die, I'm going to have them make a brisket, and then I'm just going to eat it until I die.
Right.
Well, first of all, happy St. Patrick's Day, but we're finishing things out in the kitchen with Jamie. And I have to tell you, thank you very much for having us and showing us the cutting procedure with the beef brisket. And man, that Reuben was off the charts, and bangers and mash and everything else you guys are serving up here. And I'm really impressed with the kitchen. I mean, it's full service.
Yes.
You guys aren't cutting corners here.
No, we're not.
You're not getting something in a bag and heating it up and then presenting it.
No.
So that's what I just absolutely love about this. And the atmosphere in the restaurant, we're heading back out there in just a couple of minutes to talk to the owner, Jeff, about what's going on this weekend. And the atmosphere in the restaurant is nice and warm, family friendly, and just a great time. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. You too. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it's coming out here. This is the Reuben here. This is one of my all-time favorites. You just whipped that up in like 4 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it's gonna taste, I can tell. It's been hard to actually try stuff because I'm salivating right now. But we're gonna give it a whirl. Love the little
Irish picks.
Little stuff there. Look at that. Okay, here we go. I gotta do the stance so I don't get it all over the place. Okay, here we go. Whoa.
You did nothing?
That's the best one I've had. I don't even remember when. Put your buddy in here to O'Blarney's and enjoy this. That is really cooked with love, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, let me chew for a second here, but tell me the difference between cooking and cooking with love.
Cooking.
I mean,
cooking is you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's kind of like you have to.
Mm-hmm. Cooking
with love is you get to create.
There you go.
Get to create and put passion into your food and just make it beautiful and lovely.
You can't teach cooking with love, can you?
No. It has to be in the heart.
You have to feel it. It's like being a musician when they go on stage and they love it so much that they want to, please you and give you the best product.
Right, yeah. That's cooking with love.
That is over the top. Sorry, guy. And now we're trying beer. So what am I drinking here?
Guinness. That's what our corned beef is cooking.
We're taping this at about 11:30, quarter to 12 on Monday. So cheers to everybody before lunch. Cheers. You can't have any because you're working.
No. I think not.
Theoretically, I'm working. Another one, though.
You have to wash it down. It's good.
I can tell you where I'll be on Saturday night.
Yeah, right here?
Right
Right here?
Whatever available space there is at this bar right here.
Nice.
I'm going in for another bite here, folks, because I can't stand it. Whoa. Absolutely delicious. Thank you for welcoming us in your kitchen, by the way.
You're welcome.
Jeff's with us. Jeff, you're the owner of this fine establishment, and this is it. This is the time of the year that you guys live for, with all the the Irish activities going on. When do things start to kick off this week?
Yeah, so one great thing about O'Blarney's is we don't just cook corned beef one day of the year. You can get it 365 days out of the year. So feel free to come in anytime. But the real action will start Thursday. The Run Amok Irish Run Club will kick off their 5K run walk. That kicks off Thursday. I think it's about 5:45. If you haven't signed up before, give yourself a little extra time. Then we get into some of the heavier activities. Saturday, we'll have the Olympia Highlander Pipe and Drum Band in most of the afternoon, followed by DJ after that. And then Sunday, of course, the big day, St. Patrick's Day, we'll have the Olympia Highlander Pipe and Drum Band back in. And then we'll have, as well as the Haley Pendergrass School of Irish Dance. They'll be performing about 5 o'clock. That's one of my personal favorites. Great group, great dancing. And then, of course, the food and beverage, which you can attest to, I understand.
Man, oh, that's just, if you want to put yourself into a food coma, you can do the corned beef and cabbage. Also, that Reuben was just absolutely outstanding. You guys' sauce is one of my faves.
Oh,
yeah, very good. And now the little rolls, are those the corned beef and cabbage?
Reuben rolls.
Reuben rolls.
Yeah.
Never had those before.
Yeah, well, long story on that, but we, the chef that opened the place with us, he introduced those to us in the old chef's night out for United Way, and then took them to Capital Food and Wine Festival. They're award winning.
Yes, they are.
And you can get those 365 days here
and
as well.
They're made right in the kitchen. That's one of the things we were talking about with Jamie, is that you're not pulling stuff out of the freezer and putting it in the fryer or whatever. It's all made back there.
Yeah, you can't buy that stuff off the shelf.
No. So the corned beef came out in the pan and then cut up in front of us. And boy, that's it's tough to do a show when you're when you're smelling that. Hold on a second there. What's your favorite menu item? I mean, I know you guys cook it all.
Well, yeah, the Reuben rolls you can't go wrong with. I love the shepherd's pies. That's one of my favorites, especially when it's raining and miserable outside.
It's to warm you up.
But it sounds like we're going to get some great weather too. So the band will be outside marching around. It's going to be a great time. Downtown Centralia is going to be busy, and great time all weekend, I think.
So you don't feed these people before they try and march, do you?
That's up to them.
There's going to be some non-marching. Might be some waddling.
There's a lot of them. They take turns.
Okay, so green beer.
Green beer, yeah, green beer, Guinness, Harp Irish Lager. We've got whatever you need. Irish whiskeys. You might be able to see a lot of them, and you can't quite see them through the tap handles there, but we've got probably about 7 different variations of Jameson, Bushmills, Redbreast, Proper 12, you name it. We've got spirits and beverages for all.
This is a man that would know that too, with a name like O'Blarney's. Jeff, pleasure.
Oh, my
Thanks
pleasure.
for having us. And again, it kicks off on Thursday, but come on down for lunch today. This is actually Monday. I just had the Reuben for lunch, and tasty. So that's going to do it for this segment of the Mohney Show. We, if you don't know this, our studios are above O'Blarney's, so we're heading back up the stairs, and we'll check in with Paul Walker up there for the rest of the Mohney Show. But for right now, we have to sit down after our taste test. So we'll see you upstairs in just a few minutes.
Cheers.
And we're back with the Mohney Show. Paul, I have to tell you one thing.
Yes.
This hat's messing things up.
It is. It's squeezing our heads.
I know it is. It's like, I struggled to find a hat to fit on the jug head. That's why I don't wear hats, because it's just like,
Hey, you have to wear that one.
But I do. I know. I like this Irish hat. It's going straight to the grandkids when I get done.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to, that was fun down in the kitchen.
Yes.
I mean, we had a great time down there. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy moly.
I didn't get a chance to go down there, but you tasted a lot of food down there.
Reuben was the way I like it. I have not been able to find any establishment that makes a Reuben the way I like it, with plenty of stuff on the Reuben. You have to grill. You have to grill the bread. You can't you cannot just have
toast.
You can't even have toast. You got to put it on a grill, and you got to put some butter on it, or like she did, she put oil on the grill and threw it on there, and plenty of sauerkraut. And the sauce was now Maggie May was with me, and the sauce was a little zesty, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I dipped that Reuben roll into the sauce, and that was beautiful.
The Reuben rolls, man, that's like that is exclusive to O'Blarney's.
And folks, I just have I'm going on record here, and I think Steve will agree 100% with me that the Reuben that Steve experienced is the best Reuben since Reuben Kincaid and the Partridge Family.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's unbelievable.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I mean,
Reuben Kincaid was your top Reuben.
Yes, he was the top Reuben. Well, he's the only Reuben.
Well, now.
And
O'Blarney's Reuben sandwich has displaced Reuben Kincaid.
I think they're neck and neck.
Really?
Okay.
It's the sandwich. We all know it.
Love Dave Madden.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny Bonaducci, if you go back to the Partridge Family, had just an ass for a father. I mean, this guy was just, he turned out to be a writer for All in the Family.
Oh, wow.
He got that gig on CBS with Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
But he was jealous of his son for landing the role on the Partridge Family, and used to just beat the tar out of him. So, Danny, if you're watching this right now, this is what I've seen, about your life. But Dave Madden comes in and just kind of takes Danny under his wing and takes him out and teaches him how to drive. And
all that stuff.
You're smoking behind the stage, are you? Anyway, back to the show. Okay, So we saw bangers and mash, which is totally tasty.
Yep.
They had Irish soda bread, all this stuff they make in the kitchen. And Jeff also told us what's going on. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It gets underway on Thursday, goes right through the weekend. This is not stuff that they, and I said this in our tour, they're not just pulling it out of the freezer.
No.
They're making it. They're making it.
They're making it.
And I love the way they, like we were talking about that a few minutes ago before the break. They're slicing.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They do this year round.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so they know how to do it.
Oh, and Jeff did say, please don't come downstairs with those ridiculous hats on. You guys look like a couple of idiots.
Well, it's not just the hats that are responsible for that.
I know. Who's your favorite Irish band, Paul?
Well, the only one I know, U2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Thin Lizzy.
Oh.
The boys are back in town.
Well, that would be my favorite song from an Irish band.
Yeah. How about Jailbreak?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So we've got favorite bands. We got. So you didn't really decide on favorite foods, did you?
Lucky Charms.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Come on.
Okay, Paul. What do we got here?
All right. It's time to take a walk in Walker's Walking with History.
There we go.
And it's all about St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, good. Maybe I can learn something.
This is from the History Channel.
Oh, okay.
So if you can't trust the History Channel, I don't know. Maggie May, can we trust the History Channel? I would think.
Aliens. Anybody who's on the internet knows that meme. They'll get it.
All right. Okay, so there's
network.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that they touched on about the holiday of St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
First, the Shamrock.
Yeah.
The Shamrock, which was also...
Is that a Shamrock Shake?
No. The Shamrock, which was also called the Seamroy by the... Is it Celts? C-E-L-T-S?
Yeah.
The Celts was a sacred plant in ancient Ireland because it symbolized the rebirth of spring.
Ah.
So by the 17th century, the shamrock had become a symbol of emerging Irish nationalism. As the English began to seize Irish land and make laws against the use of the Irish language and the practice of Catholicism, many Irish began to wear the shamrock as a symbol of their pride in their heritage and their displeasure with the English rule.
Boy, the English people really made people mad, didn't they?
Yeah, and by the way, did you know, Steve, the color traditionally associated with St. Patrick was actually blue.
It was blue.
It was blue, not green.
When did it change to green?
It doesn't say that.
Okay.
It just says that much.
I like green better.
All right. Irish music. Music is often associated with St. Patrick's Day, the Irish culture in general. From ancient days of the Celts, music was always an important part of Irish life. The Celts had an oral culture where religion, legend, and history were passed from one generation to the next by way of stories and songs. After being conquered by the English and forbidden to speak their own language, the Irish, like other oppressed peoples, turned to music to help them remember important events and hold on to their heritage and history, as it often stirred emotion and helped to galvanize people to hold on to their heritage. During the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, she decreed that all artists and pipers were to be arrested and hanged on the spot. It was a lovely time.
Why? You know what? With all that being said, I might have to take this stuff down.
No, we support them to be able to hold on to their own culture.
No, I'm talking about the English people.
The English.
boy, I'm talking about the Beatles and the Stones here. I mean, okay. Oh, man.
Today, traditional Irish bands like the Chieftains, the Clancy Brothers, and Tommy Makem are gaining worldwide popularity. The music is produced with instruments that have been used for centuries, including the fiddle, the uilleann pipes, a sort of elaborate bagpipe.
Wow.
The tin whistle, sort of a flute that's actually made with nickel, silver, brass, or aluminum.
I've got one at home.
I think I have one made out of an old Olympia beer can.
Yeah, I know. I saw
and
that one.
The bodhran, an ancient type of frame drum that was traditionally used in warfare rather than music. So I guess the something like if you're familiar with Gilligan's Island when the headhunters were on the warpath, probably that's the
something like
the
that.
thumping that you heard there. Yes, the snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has long been recounted that during his mission in Ireland,
they drove
St. Patrick once stood on the hilltop, which is now called Croagh Patrick, and with only a wooden staff by his side, banished all the snakes from Ireland. In fact, the island nation has never been home to any snakes, ever. The banishing of the snakes made it was really a metaphor for the eradication of pagan ideology from Ireland and the triumph of Christianity. All right. So
I had no idea when I was drinking green beer, this was all included.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had no idea that St. Patrick actually had it so easy. He banished all the snakes and there were none there to begin with.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that made that pretty easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This is one of my favorite pieces here.
Okay.
Corned beef and St. Patrick's Day foods. Each year, thousands of Irish Americans gather with their loved ones on St. Patrick's Day to share a traditional meal of corned beef and cabbage, right?
Yeah.
Though cabbage has long been an Irish food, corned beef only began to be associated with St. Patrick's Day at the turn of the 20th century.
Really?
Yes.
So I'm let down once again.
Irish immigrants living in New York City's Lower East Side substituted corned beef for their traditional dish of Irish bacon to save money.
Okay.
They learned about the cheaper alternative
on Facebook
from their Jewish neighbors.
Okay.
Shall we go on to leprechauns?
Yeah, I mean, whoa.
Let's go on to leprechauns. One icon, again, History Channel.
History Channel.
That's where I'm getting all
Paul
this.
didn't write this.
I did not. And the last one, leprechauns. One icon of the Irish holiday is the leprechaun. The original Irish name for these figures of folklore is Labaracan.
Wow.
Meaning small body fellow. Belief in leprechauns probably stems from Celtic belief in fairies, tiny men and women who could use their magical powers to serve good or evil. In Celtic folk tales, leprechauns were cranky souls responsible for mending the shoes of the other fairies. Now you know why they were probably a little bit hey
wow. Whoa. Views on this show did not necessarily hey
Tinkerbell, you got a foot odor problem here, and let's get this fixed if I'm going to fix your. Though only minor figures in Celtic folklore, leprechauns were known for their trickery, which they often used to protect their much fabled treasure. Leprechauns have their own holiday. I did not know this.
I didn't either.
Leprechauns have their own holiday on May 13th, but are also celebrated on St. Patrick's, with many dressing up as the wily fairies.
So that's why that whole, your favorite cereal, that leprechauns.
Yeah, running around.
You know what? He's been making me mad since I was a little kid. I'm exhausted after that.
There you go.
So who would have thought?
There it is.
When you're sitting there eating your bangers and mash and your corned beef and cabbage, and
you look down and there's some. I best not.
Hey, it's the St. Patrick's Day edition of the Mohney Show. We have closing comments on the way next. Stay close. At Tyler Rental, quality equipment and helpful counter pros save you costly delays. For projects big and small, Tyler has Genie man lifts and forklifts, Deere excavators, welders, and generators, plus new tools from Steel, Milwaukee, and Hilti. While you're in the store, shop for hard hats, safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection, and much more. Contractors and homeowners depend on Tyler Rental for selection and well-maintained equipment to avoid downtime. Tyler Rental, 153 Hamilton Road, south of Chehalis. And we're back with the St. Patrick's Day edition of the Mohney Show. There's stuff going on. We're going to touch base with Maggie May. What are you doing over there?
Some leprechaun trying to fix my shoe.
Oh, okay. Tell those guys. But you got the green shoe. You're all decked out.
I know.
Green.
I'm all.
And I like our hats.
I do.
They don't fit, but they're nice. Hey, by the way, thanks to Mohney Show sponsors, Napa. If you have not seen our tour of the Onalaska store. It's fast and furious out there. They're going to open the Onalaska store really soon. We'll have an update on that. But check out our tour of the Napa store in Onalaska. That's a couple of shows ago. Also, thanks to John L. Scott, Point S Tire, and Tyler Rental, and the Veterans Memorial Museum. So thanks to those sponsors. Now,
yes,
we've got events that are happening here in Lewis County for St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's activities.
We chose her name because, Maggie May, wake up. Wake up. I got something to say to you. Hey, what's going on around the area for St. Patrick's Day this weekend? Now, Saturday is the 16th, and Sunday is St. Patrick's Day the 17th. Yes. So some of these could be on either of those days, right?
So now, if you're the running type, the Run Amok Irish Running Club will be meeting at O'Blarney's Thursday.
Right.
Jeff did mention that in his interview with you.
Right.
Then Saturday here at O'Blarney's, they will have the Olympia Highlanders Pipe and Drum Band, which anybody that's around downtown on St. Patrick's Day at O'Blarney's knows about this. So that'll be here during the day, and then DJ Travesty will be there Saturday night.
Nice.
Sunday, they are doing a full Irish breakfast starting at 9 a.m. at O'Blarney's as well. And then they will have the Haley Pendergrast Irish dancers here on Sunday as well with the pipe and drum band. So that's all
a lot of noise in downtown Centralia.
That's a lot of Irish.
That's a lot of
Irish in a weekend.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
After that, Saturday also in Chehalis, there is a St. Patty's Day dance party at Ocean Prime to celebrate their first anniversary in business. And
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they will have Chris Gunther and the Honky Tonk Drifters. There is a $10 cover for that, but it's well worth it for the food, the entertainment, all that. Also, then on Sunday, there will be Irish dancing at McFiler's as well. It is also the Haley Pendergrass School of Irish Dance.
Now that's an all ages thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But their DJ event that evening is 21 plus.
Okay.
So just be aware, family friendly during the day, less family friendly.
Depends on how old the family is.
I'm going to be doing Irish karaoke myself.
Yeah.
True. And that DJ.
Oh, Daddy boy.
Actually, you can find that on Let It Be Beatles. Sorry.
There you go. That DJ will be KJ Wednesday. Not sure how you say his name. If you say it like the actual day, if you put the emphasis on the Z, I'm not sure. So that DJ. Also happening Sunday, Garby's is having a live performer, Dogger Live, for their St. Patrick's Day party. That's from 7 in the evening to 11 at night. So,
boy, I'll tell you what. I mean, this thought crossed my mind when we were talking to Jeff downstairs. There's going to be some people that are going to be hurting on Monday morning. I would encourage employers to be, take it easy, take it in stride.
Plan ahead, request the day off now. Come on.
There you go.
Yeah, why don't we should change if St. Patrick's Day is on a Sunday, everybody has Monday off.
Yep.
You should be.
Yeah. Well,
One last event happening, certainly not least, the Rooster Tails will be at the Olympic Club in Centralia Sunday starting at 9 p.m. And they have promised to slip in some specifically Irish, songs in there. So
those guys are great.
They are. Yeah.
They're our neighbors. We will probably hear them.
There you go. Yeah.
Man, that's a look at what's going on this St. Patrick's Day, Paul.
Yeah, busy weekend.
So I got to tell you, man, next episode, we're not wearing these hats.
Exactly.
Maggie May didn't have to wear one because she's not on camera.
That's right.
I like my, I think these are going to Ezra and Micah.
Okay.
Those are my two little grandkids.
All right. In
fact, Ezra's headed up here in just a couple of minutes. So gonna wrap things up. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be safe out there. Have a green beer, bangers and mash.
For more, themohneyshow.com or The Mohney Show on Facebook. Check them out. Past episodes, pictures from O'Blarney's
from a couple of days ago.
Lots of stuff there. So check it out.
Enjoying some delicious food. So again, happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you next week, and that's the Mohney Show. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia.